What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XCN, OnyxCoin today. The camera situation is a little bit different. I'm in the process of a move, so things are a bit weird right now, but we'll get back to normal tomorrow. Anyways, speaking of normal, let's just get into the charts here, you guys. Hit that like button, subscribe, let's get going. All right, so here we are sitting at about 3 cents now on a weekly time frame. Last week did close red. It's very common whenever you read something as uncommon as a 98, something that's insane like this above the 90s on a weekly RSI. It's very common to go back into, or I should say out of the overbought zone, or if not to the overbought zone, and bounce right off of it. So calling for a bounce here isn't necessarily what I would expect in the weekly RSI, but if in the next 3 days and 20 hours we close green, then it looks like we're getting a bounce in the overbought zone, you guys. That's a good thing. It's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. Only in very strong circumstances do we get that. All right. Looking at this on a 3-day time frame here, same kind of idea, right? You only get those bounces in the overbought zone and very bullish, kind of like this here. You didn't proceed too much higher, but if we just look relative to the move, I mean, relative to the move, that bounce in the overbought zone gave you the biggest 3-day candle that you had. So does that mean that it's going to send you through the roof, off to a moon mission? You know, maybe, maybe not. Relative to this move, I would anticipate it. It could suggest some very positive things. And we did get the bounce. We got the bounce there because the 3-day candle prior to this has already closed about 4 hours ago. So that's good, man. That's a really good look. And it had growing volume compared to this volume. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? This candle here, which opened and closed 14% to the upside, versus the candle before it, which closed 24% down. It's a smaller candle on a body basis, but it has a lot more volume, or significantly more volume. Of course, it ranged a little bit more, but I think this is a good look. I think that does signal that that's the low there. I don't suspect we go lower. We're at 3 cents now on a daily aspect. The daily RSI looks like it could go a little bit lower, to be fair, which isn't what I was expecting for this week for XCN. But maybe we go lower. You know, we could be in a much more long-term kind of down or upward channel in the daily RSI. That wasn't the best drawn straight line, but I hope you can kind of see what I'm going for with all these higher lows. It just allows for us to go lower. Doesn't mean we have to. No, we could go, you know, you could have gone all the way down here to find a low that was in line with these, but you didn't, did you? You just stayed up here. So we could find support here. The fact that you got below the 60 and back above the 60, I think, is really nice. That is encouraging. So as long as the daily RSI stays above the 60, essentially as long as we're getting green days in the coming days, that would be nice to see. That would promote some continuation here to the upside. From a high to a low, on a price perspective, we're looking for prices to get above 3.366 cents. If you can get above 3.366 cents, that would likely trigger prices above 4 cents. Prices above 4 cents would likely trigger a new high relative to this high, and what we're expecting from there, I mean, the technical minimum targets would be 9 cents to 6.5 cents, but I'm personally expecting something between 9 cents and 13 cents, if not higher. We really could see prices all the way up at 18 cents or more. It just depends, you guys. It really depends on I guess a few things, really, but there's a lot of big things coming up for XCN over the coming weeks. So anyways, moving on from there, looking at the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour does look, it's very neutral right now, right? Very, very neutral, obviously. I want to say it's bullish, but with all these bounces off the 50, you should have, and the fact that you broke out of your downtrend, and you're bouncing off the 50, you should have moved up by now. So the fact that you haven't makes me a little bit worried, or should I say curious. It makes me a little bit curious if you go lower. I suspect you do. I'm going to suspect, I bet you do go lower. So let's call for that. And I think you will go higher inevitably. Of course, XCN wants the sky, but it's at 3 cents now. Probably a drop back to 2.67 cents, maybe down to 2.3 cents. I doubt we go below 2 cents again, but 2.3 to 2.7 cents is looking like a very doable area, being at 3 cents now. I suspect we do. And my primary reason for that is, if we were to move up, I think we would have done it already. Prove me wrong. You prove me wrong. All you have to do is get a 4-hour period or higher to close above 32.6 cents. If you can do that, then I'm wrong. A 4-hour period or higher, right? 4-hour time frame, daily, whatever, to close above 3.25 cents, 3.26 cents, that would invalidate my lower theory. If not, break below about, what is that there? About 2.9 cents. Break below there and you're going to 2.7 to 2.3 cents. My bet would be probably around 2.6 cents, if not 2.3 to 2.2 cents. So yeah, a little bit lower. All that to say, working it out, let's look at the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, the 1 hour would agree. So a little bit lower, that's nice. So what this is, and let me be very clear, because I know you guys are all kinds of walks of life, all kinds of different ways of thinking about things, and some people are just all over the place with this stuff, right? Just because I'm calling for the price to potentially go down into this area does not mean you sell. You know, ideally, you know, and if it were to work out perfectly, sure, a sell here and a buy here would be perfect, but that's not what I'm selling or saying. I'm not selling any XCN. I'm not going to sell any at all. If anything, all this means is wait to buy. And the reason why you don't sell is because I could be wrong, and we're dealing with something that any day, any week is going to be at new relative highs, twice as much, 3 times as much, if not more than that, in price, and that's coming over the weeks. So don't mess with that. It's coming. Don't mess with that, right? Don't you dare mess with that. If you got into XCN and it was a short-term position initially, and that's all it was ever meant to be, okay, you've got some play money, fine, do whatever you want. I'm not your financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Do what you want anyways. But if I had to guess, if you take a low to high fib just based on this 1 hour time frame, low to high here, yeah, I would think we do go down probably below 2.7 cents, at the lowest 2.2. We could go below 2 cents, but I doubt we do. But if we do, no need to panic. And of course, if the price goes even lower than that, you guys, we could find support at 1.5 cents and be totally fine. That'd be totally fine. It would just promote the growth at a later date instead of a more immediate date. But no panic selling, please. No panic selling at all. And if you are going to make the short-term play, you either do it here at 3 cents or you don't do it at all. Don't think about doing it here and then it drops to 2.7 cents. And you're like, ooh, it could drop to 2.3 cents because then you'll sell here and then it rips. You know what I mean? Just it's either now or never. And truthfully, it probably should just be not at all, because I'm not selling here, man. I'm just going to buy more if it goes down. That's my perspective. So 2.3 to 2.2 cents is where I'm thinking we go. 2.6 to 2.7 cents at a minimum. You're at 3 cents now. Then afterwards, we're looking for a move up that'll take you not just to new relative highs here, but something that might even take you to new all-time highs. Anywhere from 9 cents to 18 cents is on the menu. I like that 13-cent area personally a lot more. Invalidate me by closing above 3.26 cents on any given 4 hour period. Even 2 hours in a row, if you can close above 3.26 cents, I would think that invalidates my ideas. But if you close below about 2.9 cents, it would bring it on. I think it would bring it on a lot. So that's all I got, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. Take it easy. Bye-bye.